And these takeaways are powerful. Buying our time back. Let's do it.
Wait.
That last video was definitely
Don't go anywhere because somebody asked a question and I'm going to answer it, y'all. And I deleted it and I brought it back and I deleted it. I brought it back again. So don't go anywhere. Stay here. Let me see this question. Oh, this is going to be a good question. This coming from the soul, y'all. This coming from the soul. Don't. All right, y'all. So we are literally here today, and we are at the 15-minute question and live Q&A with your CEO 3 times. All right. So welcome, y'all. So let's get to it because I'm super late. Look, I'm 10 minutes late, but I'm here. I showed up, y'all. Continue to show up. All right, so let's go to the banner. We are this one right here. Why do I go live Monday through Friday? Y'all, it's simple. Y'all keep asking me questions, right? People ask me questions about healthcare, business, family, anything, right? And I answer them. And I promise y'all I'll go live for 15 minutes to answer your questions. With that being said, where is my clock at? I'm telling y'all, I'm everywhere today. Where's the clock at? Oh, God, I don't have a clock. What happened to my clock? Oh, there you go. Somebody covered up the clock. I was looking for the clock. Like, where's the clock? Where's the 15-minute clock? All right, there we go. All right, so every day you can catch me here live, 12 p.m., supposedly. like 12 p.m. You can catch me live, y'all. Literally, I will be on all platforms except of I think that I'm not on LinkedIn Live, and I got to figure that out why I'm not on LinkedIn Live, and I'm not on TikTok Live. All right, so you can catch me on all platforms. Y'all listen to me. I am telling you, I absolutely love doing this. I love answering your questions. 12 p.m., I'm answering your questions live, so send me a question. If it's appropriate, I'm going to answer it. I'm going to give you 3 things on what I think that can help you in your business, in your life for free. You ain't got to pay me. This is information that you'll have forever. Go back to the video, rewatch it, right? Saturdays and Sundays, other people ask questions. You get the replays of that, all right? So keep asking the questions. Keep sending them to me. Email me, DM me, text me. I'm literally asking questions. This month, we added some questions from the actual course that we teach in people, the actual course that helped one of my clients get a really big client, a hospital. So, one of my students get a really big client. So, I'm super excited. We also answering questions that my client asked specifically about healthcare staff. And so I need for you not to miss this. All right. So let's see. The question is, when does healthcare, episode 136, live for 136 days, y'all. 136 days I've been going live. All right. Beast mode, like I can't quit. It's almost like automated, and then when it's time to get to it, my body get antsy, right? It's a habit now. It has become a part of my lifestyle. All right, so episode number 136, when does healthcare hurt? This is a great question. I don't know who asked this question, but this is a very, very great question. So I'm going to give you 3 things on when I think healthcare hurts, okay? And this is why I'm so compassionate about taking care of medical professionals, taking care of patients, because at any moment we can all be a patient, all right? I'm just going to go into that little soapbox right quick. All right, so the first thing, when does healthcare hurt, y'all? When patients fall. Okay, do you understand? Literally, you like, Alisa, are you serious? Like people fall on the floor? Yes. When people fall on the floor, that is the number 2 way in the United States for people to die from what they call a centennial event, right? Centennial, you don't say it right. Event. So what that means is they fall, and because of the complications of the fall, they die. So can you imagine, right? How many times you fall? How many times you fall, you slip, you hit something, right? And you get back up and you just still doing good, and you just like, oh my God, my hip hurt, or oh my God, my leg hurt, right? But you keep going and you keep moving. The older that you get, right? And even some young people, the older that you get, you're at high risk for falls. So imagine an older person falling, breaking a bone, not knowing they breaking a bone, catching some type of major infection that kills them, y'all. So look this up. It is literally like the number 2 thing in healthcare that people actually die from is falling, y'all. So when does healthcare hurt for me? When I know that because I tripped on the floor and now I have this pain or this bruise, and I'm just like, you know what? I'm young, I'm fine, I'm doing good, and I just get up and ignore it instead of going to the doctor to potentially get an x-ray or actually paying it some attention, or going to my doctor say, hey, is this okay? Going to the emergency room, am I fine? Right? But instead of me doing all of that, I'm just like, it's just a bump and it's just a bruise. And then I don't wake up the next morning because I had blood to bleed out of my bones, and somehow it got into my lungs, and now, I die from a blood clot. You understand what I'm saying? So it is very, very important to help elderly people when it comes to falls. It's very, very important to help young people when it comes to falls, right? Things that you can do is you can assess the area where they fell at. Look at the skin, see if anything looks bruised, black and brown, right? Put some ice on it. Ice on for 20 minutes, ice off for an hour. Ice on for 20 minutes, ice off for an hour. Call a doctor. You can do telehealth where you can call a doctor, y'all. If you don't have money to afford a doctor, go to a county doctor, go to the health department, right? Go somewhere where you can see somebody medically free, all right? And y'all know about the ED, right? So because the ED and because most hospitals get a majority of their funding from, and y'all probably didn't even know this, I don't know, but I'm gonna drop it. Because hospitals and medical facilities get the majority of their funding from government funding, they have this law, especially in the emergency room, they cannot turn down anybody, right? They have to look at you regardless if you have insurance or not. They have to treat you according to the law because they receive federal funding. Okay, so you can always go see somebody and work out the bill with them. And then most people don't know that these foundations that you be looking at, like prime example, Novant Health and Michael Jordan. Okay, Michael Jordan has one clinic that he has in Charlotte, North Carolina. He's building another one. He dedicated, I believe, $10 million to that building, meaning all of the people that go into that building to get the medical help that they need is 100% free. There's no charge to them. If they have insurance, of course they're going to charge their insurance, but the patient pays nothing. Okay. So you got places in the hospital, when you walk through the hospital in these nursing homes and you see people names and their whole families on the wall, they gave this organization money to help with situations like this for people who truly can't afford to get to pay for the services but need the help. Right? So do not think that it's not money out there. It is money out there. And then another thing that people can do is if you have a hospital bill and you are willing to pay it in cash or get on a payment plan with them, based on how you pay, if you talk to the billing people at the hospital, they will give you 50%, up to 50% off of that hospital bill to pay it off. Okay. trying to tell you so many tricks, but you don't know this stuff. Okay. They get grants and all this stuff. So you gotta, don't be like, man, I got that hospital bill and I can't pay it. Call the people at the hospital. There is something they can do to work this out for you. You are not alone. Listen to what I'm telling you. Okay. I've been in this hospital game for 20 years. There's so many tricks that you don't know about, but there is help for you, financial help. All right. So when a patient falls, literally, they can risk losing their life by slipping and falling. So if you are elderly, y'all, if you got any elderly grandparents, your mom, your dad, whoever, make sure they don't have a bunch of throw rugs. You go to an older person's house, they got a bunch of throw rugs. They are 7 times more likely to fall if they just had the bare floor. Okay, so what do we do for them? We give them gripper socks. We give them the nice socks to keep their feet warm, but the ones with the grips on the bottom to help them to stay sticking to the ground. Okay, if somebody falls, y'all please go seek some medical attention, because not only can you fall and break a hip, but you can fall and hit your head and have a blood clot in your head. You can fall and go into a seizure. Like, so it's falls are very, very important. So when does healthcare hurt for me? When I see somebody fall and I look at their medical record and I see that they are literally struggling and fighting for their life because they fell 2 weeks ago and nobody took it serious. Okay. So the next thing is, when does healthcare hurt? So for me, when does healthcare hurt? When people get in car accidents, y'all. I have seen so many people in my 20 years of nursing, from the age of 6 years old up until the age of 92, that have got into car accidents, and half the time they wasn't even the ones that started the accident. They were just on the road. So I always tell people all the time, if you are going to drink, be responsible enough to get an Uber. Be responsible enough to sleep in your car for that night. Be responsible enough to call somebody and tell you to pick them up. And the reason why I say this is because I always tell this one story. I took care of a patient. I had the luxury of taking care of a beautiful young woman, was very, very young, about probably 8 or 9 years old, several years ago. Will not mention the area. I have practiced in 20 different states. I have worked in over 50 something facilities. I have seen thousands, if not hundreds of thousands of patients, right? And I literally had this one little girl who was in a car, and her dad wasn't drunk, but they had her in the what is that? The pickup truck in the back, sitting in the back, because I guess it was the cool thing to do. I don't know. Sitting in the back, going not even a couple of blocks to the house, going to the house on a couple of blocks, and a drunk driver hit the dad. Right. So it literally hit the dad, and based on how the dad was hit, she fell out of the car, her leg got caught into the car, and she was dragged throughout the whole accident. Okay. Girl was dragged throughout the whole accident. She literally had to have stitches from her stomach to her back. She was split. Okay. And they had to cut off some toes. They had to cut off one of her feet because one of her legs was completely dead. She was 8 years old. And I can remember her mom, every time we talked to her, she would just cry. She would just cry. And she's asking, I can't feel my feet. I can't feel my feet. It burns down there. It hurts really bad. What's going on? Well, her mom didn't want to tell her at the time that they had to cut off her feet. So this is the 8-year-old having a great moment with her family of driving unsafely in the back of a pickup truck, going just a couple of blocks and getting injured for the rest of her life, right? So when does healthcare hurt for me? When we can't explain that to that 8-year-old, right? She got to become adult. She can't have kids anymore. She can never have kids because of the damage that was done, right? All because of a car accident, right? So if you care about anybody, right, If you don't care about anybody, care about yourself. Care about yourself to know that every time you drink, you are risking killing yourself and a bunch of people with you. And that's just not how life should be, right? This is when healthcare hurts for me. This is why I'm so compassionate and go so strong for healthcare, because people need to hear these stories. People need to understand it's just not you when you get in that car. It's just not you when you get drunk. Okay. When you get drunk, and you're drinking and you're driving, it's the whole world that you're putting at risk because you want to be silly. Okay. And I'm saying it. Yes, you want to be silly. You want to be silly. And yet, when something happened to you, it's me, it's my fellow medical professionals there dealing with the trauma of what you caused because you could not make a decision to pay $7 for an Uber or just sit home. Okay. So make the right decision. What is it? This is when healthcare hurts for me. Okay. So the next one, when does healthcare hurt? Healthcare hurts when people die from preventable issues. Like this hurts to me. Preventable things, y'all. I know people are going to hate that I say this, but I'm going to drop this. A lot of COVID patients that died, that was preventable. Why do I say that? Because I was in the trenches for a whole 2 years. It's a lot of stuff that was preventable. Okay. People that die from car accidents, that was preventable. I know people going to hate this, but I'm going to say it. People who die from hypertension, high blood pressure, or second type diabetes, baby, that's preventable. Those are all life experiences. Okay. You gain high blood pressure over the years from not taking care of yourself, for eating the wrong foods, for stressing yourself out, for not exercising, for gaining excessive weight. Let's be real. Let's talk about this. If we really going to talk about this, all right? These are preventable diseases that for some reason, especially diabetes type 2, meaning you acquired it as an adult. I'm not talking about diabetes type 1. Diabetes type 1 is mean I was born with this. This is how I came out. I don't know why. But type 2 means I kept eating and destroying my body. And my body said, we ain't producing no more insulin for you right now, sweetie. Okay. So you literally shut your own pancreas off. So you're dying from something that is preventable. This is when healthcare hurts for me. And you know when it hurts even more? When the people that's dying look just like me. Have y'all looked up the statistics of how many African Americans die from heart disease, hypertension, diabetes, renal failure? Have you looked up the statistics to see how many people that look like me die from not being on dialysis, but just refusing to go because they're tired, having kidney failure? It's our diet. It's 80% of our diet, y'all. And we have to understand that these are preventable issues. Okay. And there's so much more to go on, but this is when healthcare hurts, right? Healthcare hurts to me when you have the information and you're not doing anything to change it. You ain't telling your family, you ain't telling your friends, like you're not spreading the word that, hey, if you do just this one thing, this might help you. Right? I can't say that this is going to save your life. I don't know what God's plan is for you, but I do know that God put it in the Bible, the exact plan of how we're supposed to eat, what we're supposed to drink, how we're supposed to consume it, right? So what I'm saying to you is, when does healthcare hurt for you? When does healthcare hurt for you? Healthcare hurt for me so bad, and I know I'm going over time, that I decided to start a staffing agency and literally change the culture of the world one medical professional at a time. Healthcare hurted for me so bad that I have dedicated the last 3 years of my time and my life teaching people how to be compassionate, how to be accountable, and how to be professional for patients and other people. Healthcare hurt for me so bad that I literally had to get additional help mentally for me. It hurts. It hurts so bad to see so many things happening to people. And I'm just going to end it with this. My daughter asked me, Callie, y'all know Callie, she be asking crazy questions. But this wasn't a crazy question, right? I don't feel like any question is dumb, so I answer all my kids' crazy questions. I was like, these are crazy questions. That's why I say them. She literally said to me, Mom, you've been a nurse for a long time. You've been doing this healthcare thing you keep talking about for a long time. But can I ask you a question? Let me remind you, Callie's 9 years old. 9. The most smartest 9-year-old I ever met in my life. She's so intrigued with life and questions. She throws me off guard sometimes with the questions she asks me. And this one took me for a loop. She says to me, Mom, you've been a nurse for a long time. You've been in this healthcare thing that you keep telling everybody about for a long time. Tell me, how many people have you seen die? Now, before COVID, I could have answered that with a straight number. I was so taken away that I had to say, I think 200. Nope. I've seen well over 500 people die. Nope. I've seen well over 1,000 people die. I have seen with my physical eyes well over 1,000 people have God say, you no longer breathe. This is when healthcare hurts for me. Because a lot of those, I can't say what God would have done, but if a little bit more compassion was showed, if a little bit more accountability was showed, if a little bit more professionalism was showed, not just from the medical professional, but from the person, I wouldn't have to tell my child that I've seen over 1,000 people die. So the question I have for you is, when does healthcare hurt for you? And I want y'all to answer that question for me. When does healthcare hurt for you? All right. So the question was, when does healthcare hurt for you? I gave you 3 things. The first thing is when patients fall. The second thing is when people get in car accidents. And the third thing is when people die from preventable issues. Y'all, look, I absolutely love y'all. Okay. I am CEO 3 times. That's what they call me, a CEO 3 times. Me and my husband, we have 3 companies. That's why they call me CEO 3 times. You are literally bossing your life right now. Do you understand? You are taking care of yourself. That's a mental, physical, financial. You taking care of yourself. You bossing yourself, right? Your family. You're taking care of your community. You're taking care of your family. You are literally taking care of your business or your job. You're doing something at least 3 times in your life that matters for your life. So everybody's a CEO 3 times, okay? We have 3 companies. The first company is called Top of the Line Healthcare Staffing, where we staff medical professionals in hospitals, doctors' offices, and nursing homes. The next one is called TOTLHS Hard to Go Inc. This is our nonprofit. This is the baby that takes care of our medical professionals, okay? Then we have The Real Alisa Applewhite Consulting, which has brought you questions and answers live today, y'all. We literally teach everyday people how to build healthcare staffing agencies. I cannot say this enough, and I won't say this enough. In less than 3 months, we helped one of our students get a major contract with the hospital. So we're super, super excited about that. Y'all, we go to schools. We partner with these schools to literally teach these kids how to build their credit and start businesses. We teach everyday medical professionals like you how to go from med-surg nursing to ICU nursing to ER nursing to surgical trauma nursing, right? We literally partner with you We have a community that's coming that I'm super, super excited to drop, because I really want you to be a part of something that when it comes to healthcare, like, we got to start taking this serious. And it starts with me. It starts with me, and it starts with you. Okay. So we do so much in this consulting company. We partner with hospitals and nursing homes. We physically go in these buildings and show them how to retain their staff, train their staff, maintain their staff, give them principles, strategies, y'all. I am really going to change this healthcare industry one medical professional at a time. I'm going to do this, and I'm going to do it on a mass number, because I found my purpose. I understand the mission. I finally have built the relationship with God, and now I am clear on where I am going. Are you clear? Are you clear? You got to get clear on where you're going. What's your purpose? Why are you doing this? What's the reason, right? I'm clear. I'm clear in my heart. I'm clear in my soul. I'm clear in my mind. I don't drink anymore. I don't party anymore. I am clear. Okay. So these are the 3 companies we have, y'all. I want you to go follow me on social media platforms. The Real Alisa Applewhite. Again, that's The Real Alisa Applewhite. So we got Sally Pack up here on Instagram. Thank you for coming up here. We also have Miss Veronica Lopez. That's Vero. All right. So Veronica Lopez, thank you for coming up here. I appreciate you for being here live. Listen to what I'm saying to you, y'all. Go and subscribe to my YouTube channel right now. Like, I don't care what you're doing. Literally go and subscribe to my YouTube channel. I see you up there, Mr. TikTok, right? Twitter. So you're up there. I see the viewer up there on X watching me. Go to my YouTube channel and subscribe right now. The Real Alisa Applewhite. Okay. So as always, y'all, I absolutely love y'all. I cannot express this enough. I absolutely love you without a doubt. I am so happy for who you are. I'm so happy for who you become. I want you to go out and build a relationship with God, because when healthcare hurts, it hurts. Okay. And I'm trying to tell you, there's nobody who loves you more than God. Why? Because your kids don't love you more than God. Your spouse don't love you more than God. Your mama, your daddy, I'm sorry to break the news to you. Mommy and daddy don't love you more than God, right? Your friends don't love you more than God. And people always say, Alisa, how do you know that these people don't love me more than God? Because God is the only one that can come up to me and say, Alisa, I'm going to let you live another day. I'm going to give you breath so you can breathe another day. There's not a human being alive. And because I've seen over 1,000 deaths, because I've seen people who cried and said, Lord, just take me instead of them. Because I've seen people cry and say, can they just get one more day? Can I just get one more day with my dad? Can I get one more day with my child? Because I've seen this, I know that God's love is amazing. I don't know why he keep waking me up. I do know why. But one day it's going to end. And when it does end, it's going to end with me knowing that I built a relationship with my Creator. And it's going to end with me knowing that every day of my life, I took a minute. I took a moment in time and I tried to educate people. I attempted to educate people. I have educated people, right? Let's get those sick words out, on how to build a healthcare staffing agency from scratch, but make a change when it comes to healthcare. All right. So I absolutely love you. Enjoy your day. We're going to end you with let's talk about this. All right. I will see you tomorrow here at 12 o'clock. I'm going to be on time. A lot of people that you get access to in the business world, they give you information that you can utilize, you can execute. That's the thing about it. People don't want to execute. That's a good question. Why don't we execute, right? So you execute it and you gain some type of profit in your business for it. You have to gain some type of proximity to anybody that is on the next level, and hopefully they're making way more money than you, right? Their vision is huge, and it can be an inspiration from anyone that is making more money for you, right? Steve Harvey said this thing the other day on his show, and it hit me like a ball of bricks. I've heard this before, and it was, if you are the smartest person in the room, it is time to go to another room. And when you have proximity to people, you will find out that you are not the smartest person in the room when you get into the right rooms.